welcome to the UGG Australia Art Sole event here at restaurant Arras. As part of the Smith family's 2010 winter appeal, 15 designers have put together their very own funky and stylish creations of an Aussie icon, the UGG boot. Now their designs will be auctioned off on eBay between July 15th and 25th, and all money raised will be going towards the Smith family's education and learning programs for young disadvantaged children. The designs all look very different. We've got vases, we've got cowboy boots, etc. So let's have a look inside and check out what we've got in store for you tonight.
Sole is a worldwide program created by the US. Designers, musicians, artists and celebrities all put their personal touch on a pair of classic, iconic Australian UGG boots. From the savvy and the sexy and the very creative designers out there who have all added their flair to our iconic UGG Australia boot.
So tell me a little bit about the boots, about the design. So what do we see here?
But what we see here is chain that you can wear these things like is a reminiscent of 70 or 80. So you can wear it in a disco and wear it with a mini skirt or something and dancing.
So UGG boots in a disco. So your customer will be a disco queen.
Yeah, disco queen.
To do something that changes the shape and the silhouette of a classic UGG boot. So we love leather, we work a lot with leather and resin. We make our own resin trimmings, that's our whole thing. We make all our own buttons and zipper heads and everything. So we decided to do a black stallion kind of boot, so make our own buckle. So we made half a black stallion that curves around, and then we made like a black leather boot over it to kind of elongate the shape and make it look very wearable, like kind of like a cowboy biker boot inspiration, and made some leather, plaited some leather and put some trimmings on it, and just to make it a bit harder, and that's our edge.
From Mexico, which is the ambassador of my brand. So I think that, you know, we've got the stage with us, but we can have a little bit of fun with it as well. Everyone who wears my label has a sense of what's hot on the street and up to the minute. So I think that I had to give them something that they'd never seen before. And, you know, the result is a quirky UGG boot. And, you know, my customers love that.
Kristen, your shoes are quite eye-catching. How did you come up with the design and what does it signify?
After walking my little boy to daycare, I was looking at somebody's boots and trying to imagine my boot and sort of visualise what I'd have on my boot, and I often use little creatures and birds and insects for my jewellery designs, so because everyone loses so much heat through their feet, and UGG boots are the perfect solution really.
It's yours to do or die, and keep on searching for that perfect swing. The funky essence to which groove is clean. Cause when you're looking for the spirit,
I wanted to keep it still looking like an UGG boot, so I kept the bottom of it and I still wanted to keep the whole shape of it, but I tried to sort of mix in the, you know, the whole sort of military look, which is obviously a big trend this season. Obviously, I use Australian leather. I wanted to just sort of remain a very iconic kind of boot, but just I still wanted it to keep like looking like an UGG boot and something that a woman would want to wear.
the convention, absolute nothingness. Souls that inspire, souls that will never rest. Crafting fun for funky golden lights from mind to word.
obviously Wrangler has a Western kind of heritage from the US way back when, so I think we just sort of thought instantly that it would be fun to kind of do a bit of a twist on our heritage, which was a bit cowboy and
a bit of fun.
Tassels and yeah, fun.
We always do something that either has a dual functionality or changes the purpose of like the UGG boot. So we took the UGG boot, which is like an Australian shoe that everyone wears around the house, and made it into like a precious vase. So therefore it's changed the functionality.
Your shoes are very different to a lot of the other designs. Can I just ask you what inspired them?
Basically, I wanted to create something that merges my label with UGG. So it's like sort of equal. Basically, By Jones is all about party dresses, so I wanted to create a party pump for like, yeah, with UGG boots, yeah.
So, hi Claire, we're looking at your creation. What is it called?
My creation is called the Pearly Queen. It's named after the pearly kings and queens who would get dressed up marvellously in outfits covered in little mother of pearl buttons in London to raise money for charity in the 19th century.
I think this is the beginning of a long-term partnership where we can actually help the Smith family in their goals, raising funds and building their brand. Phenomenal organisation who do such a great job.
The Smith family is trying to support children really through their whole school years, to really give them the chance to make the most of their education, but really help them ultimately determine what they want to be, help them with a sense of aspiration, and whether they want to be a doctor, a dentist, a fashion designer, it would be fantastic in terms of that. But to do that, they need the basics. They need to get through school, they need to have all the right literacies, but what's really important is to have some guidance as to what they can achieve, a bit of encouragement. And the children who the Smith family supports, yes, they come from a financially disadvantaged background, but importantly, they have dreams like everybody else. And with a little bit of support, a little bit of guidance, a little bit of encouragement, they can be whatever they want to be. And that's in essence what we're trying to achieve.
Everyone is really excited, and I think they're quite surprised at actually what UGG Australia is all about. And hopefully this will give the brand a high profile, and also the Smith family. So yeah, everyone's happy.